Ooh, blimey, what's going on here then, eh? That's not good. 8, 3. That's not too bad. And then it goes out of focus. Right, okay, well, maybe it'll come back in focus now. And now, not quite. What's going on over there? I have to have 2 of the cats in here. There's no way out of that. So, what were we playing last time? I think it was Seaside Special, actually. I think I was loading Force 1, which is not a great game. However, it is like, you know, a £2 pocket money game, so, you know. It's not like UN Squadron for £10 and a multi-load. Now, someone posted on my channel, it's actually this morning, I don't recognise the username as far as, like, you know, people who post on my channel, so but I'm paraphrasing now, and basically said, yeah, you know, can you swear less, so the rest of my family, I can recommend the video, something, or share it with them, I think he said. And well, see, the thing is, this channel is actually dead. Now, you might not think it is because of the amount of videos I create, but the videos I create are basically video gaming diaries. And thank God I did that, because I found a few GTA videos from around summer 2019. And yeah, my videos were much better then. I'm not saying there was no swearing. Definitely not. But it's great to see, like, back in a time before COVID-19 existed, that's definitely made my videos more of a cheap knockoff. Well, one of the cats is playing with something. I need to go and see what he's playing with. What are you doing there, Chucky? Okay. No, I couldn't see what he was doing. And, you know, it's just nice to see. So that's the reason why the videos get made. And I watch back all my videos, and if they make me laugh, or they're remotely interesting, but mostly when it comes to swearing, if they make me laugh, then I upload them. That's just a Mad Commodore thing. You know, hundreds of people left the channel when I started doing talkie videos with rubbish video quality, because the camera's pointed at a TV screen, because it's real hardware. Although I didn't stop them doing that with other channels that used to do real hardware. But anyway, so, you know, and I never used to swear then anyway, so that's got nothing to do with the swearing. So I was like, well, the channel's dead. That massacred the channel. As far as YouTube was concerned, it was like, that's the end of Mad Commodore. Let's stop recommending him to anyone. But I think because I've been doing like premieres, and some people actually do sit and watch them while they're premiering, so you can't skip forward. They're my loyal fans, time permitting, obviously. Very few people have as much time as I do to play these games, which means therefore watch the videos that come out. So that's why the swearing is on Mad Commodore. It is really a trademark. It's kind of like the character, I suppose. But I'm smoking at the moment, just in case you're wondering why I'm waffling on there. I don't want to waste the roll up. Well, it has actually gone out now. Now if I stick it behind me ear and you hear screaming like 30 seconds later, my hair's on fire, so I shall continue that story after we've had a go at this. Put the volume up. So this is really the game, and I have seen type-in games like this. Maybe they're the best type-in games you've ever seen on the C64, but I have seen type-in games of this quality, so, and they play just as badly. Have that copyright auto detection. Maybe you can crash the servers. Crash them! So you really need rapid fire on this thing. No, see, it's not fun to play because not only do you not have rapid fire on this thing, but one of the buttons also acts as a fire button. The small one's on the top here. But this fire button actually sticks now, so I'm going to have to get some sort of, you know, polish, cutting, abrasive polish kind of thing, and smooth out the fire buttons. Because it's not the micro switches, it is actually the design of this thing. It's terrible, because the Competition Pro was a rubbish joystick compared to a zip stick. The fire buttons were always rubbish on it. So anyway, you get the idea. Nothing really changes. Yeah, it's not a good game at all. I mean, something like Thunderbolt. Yeah, Thunderbolt is a good example of, you know, a budget shoot 'em up that's worth having for a couple of quid. So, on with the story. Did I play Freak Factory? Well, if I have, we're playing it again. So, yeah, that's really a situation with the swearing on the channel. Now, I did start another channel called Retrotronics. And apart from the C64 Halloween special, which did have swearing, because as well as they're meant to be horrific games anyway, which I also put on Retrotronics and Mad Commodore. That wasn't meant to be like that. I only had to do that because I'd uploaded the video and it wouldn't start processing it on Mad Commodore. And you don't want to hear about all that. The trials and tribulations of running a busy channel that's, well, whether it's dead or not, it's still the same amount of work. So I've deleted that off Retrotronics. So if you're really looking for like videos where I definitely don't swear, it's best to go on there really. Because the fact of the matter is, there's maybe about 30 C64 games I had that I liked back then that I can't play, and I'm not going to play until I've set up, you know, a goldfish bowl CRT on a wood effect laminate style desk in the you know, early 80s, late 70s sort of you know, decorating style. Firebird rarely has loading screens, and when they do have them, they're not as good as Mastertronic, sadly. But at least you get something. And at the end of the day, I'm left with stuff I really don't want to play, or, you know, the also rans. So there's always a problem with the games. And obviously when I'm playing GTA San Andreas, they're swearing in the game whether I swear or not. That actually makes me laugh, but there you go. My my early adulthood was heavily influenced by a comedian called Mark Thomas. Now, whilst he's very articulate, he does like to swear. He actually does a whole 5 minute bit on that on one of his stand-up videos. Sadly, a lot of them have been removed from YouTube, but I got about 70 of them from like 10 years ago when they were all on YouTube. And obviously I like Nick Love, well, one of his films, The Business. One of my favourite actors is in there. And he went through the same problems in childhood as me. He's from the same country as me. Vis-a-vis on the PowerPoint presentation, we're talking about, racism in the 70s. I won't really say any more about that. That's neither here nor there. And obviously I love Guy Ritchie films, Lock, Stock. Actually, two of them. Lock, Stock and Snatch. But I prefer Lock, Stock. So really that's where the whole Mad Commodore thing comes in, but anyway. And that comment was in response to my uploading the scheduled premiere for the Rescue on Fractalus video, which I finally did to a level that I'm happy with for a channel that's dead, and a new channel that's even more dead. It's like, that channel is like 5 times more dead than this one, and this one's already too dead to do videos like that. But anyway, it's done now. Mainmeister asked me about that when I said, oh yeah, that was my 1000 subscriber special. But it's not like anyone went gaga over my excellent Rescue on Fractalus comparison video, which covers all the 8-bit versions except the Tandy Coco 3, because that is a really rare machine and I'm not even sure it was for sale in the UK. I'd be more interested to see the original IBM EGA version, which they were working on and they did get very far on. But excuse me while I stop Amy eating plastic. No, buddy, I can't look after you. You're going to eat the plastic, aren't you? It's not good for your guts. There you go. So it's just me and the Damsky at the moment. So yeah, it was one of those things where I knew where all the clips were. I know what TV programs or YouTube videos they were in. So it's just really. But once I started looking for the clips and I dumped them into the video editor, I was like, well, I might as well do it. Turned out to be a real nightmare. Ooh. Mad Commodore 1 is on Windows 10, the 2020 April update, which is horrendous for memory usage. And it's only an 8GB PC. I say only. I think I have actually played this. Yeah, I have played this actually. I can't really fathom out what to do on this game. So yeah, I'll just finish that off and it's good enough. Now obviously if I had like 30,000-40,000 subscribers like someone like Kim Justice, then I think this is joystick. Oh no, hang on a minute. So I can move the character around but I can't start the game yet. Okay. Yeah, I have played this. I don't know how to play it, so you'll have to go and look that up on my channel. Yeah, I would have put more effort into things, but we played Monty on the Run. I didn't play Kinetic, I don't think. I'm sure there's a game like ice fishing on the VCS on the C64, but anyway. So yeah, that's really why there is swearing in my channel. And because my videos are rarely recommended to anyone who hasn't found them themselves, I don't actually put on there contains swearing, because I was pretty sure that everyone who does watch the channel not only knows that they're swearing, but they like to see it. I'm neither here nor there. In real life, say if someone has a problem with a bank, or their cable TV or whatever company, they put me on the damn phone to talk to the companies, because I'm very calm, and well, I say I am. You obviously won't know that, and I get my point across calmly and logically, and it usually results in some sort of refund for them, as well as the problem being resolved quicker. So I'm not actually like that in real life. It is just a character. Just like the non-swearing Retrotronics character in the Atari 7800 video I did. I hope the Intellivision is still working, because I had to do a little bit of a sort of fix on that. It was coming up black and white. I've only got one Intellivision. It's in horrendous condition. You'll never see it on camera. You'll feel sorry for it. But the last time I tried to fix labels that are like sticking up and all that, I was on a silver label Commodore 64, and that turned into a real disaster. Do not use super glue. Try and get super glue gel if you have to use any kind of super glue. Don't get the watery stuff. The gel takes a little bit longer to dry, but at the end of the day you won't get like too much on there. You can actually put tiny little dabs of the stuff instead of flooding the whole area. So anyway, well, I've got about 6 silver label C64s, 5 or 6, at least 5. One of them I bought boxed. Now the box is okay, it's not brilliant, but it's all there. And that was only about 70-80 quid, including the postage. My Plus 4 I bought off Yahoo Auctions 2 decades ago. Never forget that day, because the day before the wind blew out one of the windows and it was just like smashed. So we're asleep and you just hear the window smash. We go to the front bedroom. That was a nightmare, and the next day I had to go and collect it off the guy. So I mean, to save postage, he popped down on the train, a couple of stations on the train. He probably already had like a travel card for work or whatever on a Saturday, I think it was. No, it was a Sunday, because I was working on the Saturdays. And I just gave him the money. He gave me the thing, and it was something stupid like 50 quid. A box Plus 4 in mint condition with loads of games. And the box was in pretty good condition as well. Oof. I don't know what happened to my Commodore 16 actually, because I've still got a box for one, but maybe that come in like a load of stuff. Yeah, anyway, you're not going to see the Intellivision, but you'll see the output on some sort of TV. I've only got 2 small TVs, the rest are all monitors, so. And both of those are Sony's anyway, and the speakers, I think the speaker's knackered on one of them, sadly. I am trying to get the original Trinitron I had, which is the same as the white one I used a while back, with Old Faithful on the desk. But that was like grey and black, so it doesn't yellow at all. That's the great thing about them. There is one for sale. It's way too many tens of miles away from me. He won't post it, he won't deliver it, and even if I buy it, the price is okay, but it needs to be degaussed. I think we played this as well, actually. Yeah, once you start bouncing on stuff and rebounding, it's a bit of a problem, actually. Right, so you crash into everything. So it's kind of like halfway to making Whizball controllable. When you first start playing Whizball, it's completely uncontrollable, and there's 2 power-ups you get, and they make it more slow. Alright, see, 5 buttons don't do anything. Now this 5 button's really sticky now. You have to hit it dead on now. Or at least, I don't know what's happening there. So now it's freezing. I don't know why it's doing that. Is that something to do with what's going on here? Maybe touching that thing actually drains some of your energy. I don't like that game anyway. So there we go, we've explained all the swearing in the channel, so there's that. Slapshot 2, I definitely haven't played that, or Slam Dunk. We tried Slane. I don't know if I had Skyjet. That's one of those games where I'm not 100% sure if I had it on the C64 or not. Pogo Stick Olympics. Have I played Hyperball? I've played Huxley Pig. Played Train Robbers, which, yeah. Did I try World Class Ice Hockey? I'm not sure, you know. Tried Super Dogfight, Super Grand, the real Ghostbusters. You can't play that on this thing. So tried Twinkie and Train Robbers, Top of the Copper. Oh, we tried we ain't tried Wanted Monty Mole. Why is there 2 copies of this? S-Try Strike. I believe this is a Mastertronic Added Dimension 10-pin bowling game. So it's cheaper than 10th Frame, which I don't like as much as Leaderboard. None of the cats are feeling particularly sleepy, despite the fact that I am. I'm still going through the effects of, you know, when you get a, you know, COVID jab. That affects me for almost a month, about 3 weeks, maybe more, sometimes 4. Nothing I can really do about that. I can't not have the vaccine, so really. And because I'm not doing as much work in the house, and I ain't got enough energy to make all these delicious foods, and my blood sugar is off the scale anyway, compared to like my normal reactions. Oh, his hand's a bit massive. That looks a bit weird. Hey. Yeah, this isn't a great picture. And why is there like a spaceship in there? Looks a bit like the spaceships I used to draw. That's one of the early memories I have. That are not related to computers. I remember before Buck Rogers premiered, the TV series obviously, it was on ITV, which I know is the film now, but I never saw the film back then, I don't think. And I was drawing spaceships using the I don't know if they were felt or colouring pencils actually. Anyway, on like, you know, blank sheets of A4, and I borrowed my sister's desk, which would later become the desk where the fantastic C64 would be on. Unless she got a different, no, I don't think she got a different desk, because I inherited the desk when she finished her O-level, so That hand definitely looks weird no matter what. The Skittles and the bowling ball look alright. Floorboards are, I don't know. I don't think they are spaceships. I think they're meant to be those things there where, you know, the balls come out. Anyway. So it's time to start thinking about the Christmas movies that I'm going to watch. Now I've already decided when I finish the kitchen, apart from tiling, I'm talking about, you know, ripping out the rest of the kitchen, you know, the sink, the cooker, rewiring, replumbing, putting the cabinets back in, the new ones, and the worktop, which is going to be really difficult because my dad's not that well at the moment, and the worktops are quite heavy considering they're just chipboard and soft plastic laminate on the top. And one section has to be like 2.3 meters, something like that. I have to measure it all out again, but once that's done, I think we're over the steepest part of the you know, difficulty curve. I think it's a joystick pull too. Z press space for right, okay, one player game. There's no sound at all. Okay, how do you actually what happened now? Okay, we have to wait for them. Why is it silent? Okay, it's a disaster. It would help if I had the instructions. Now, ideally, I'd have all my tapes on shelves, at least one copy of each game. And then I'd look at the shelves, AVGN style, and pick out a game and then go and load like the tape image if it's a single loader. No, I can't play this game. Nothing wrong with the sound on the telly though. Okay, well, it might be okay, but I need the instructions. So, Stunt Bike Simulator, which I believe I've done. So yeah, at the moment, I have to dig out all the bits for the PS2. Hopefully, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is in the actual PS2, because I found the Action Replay cheat disc and the PS2 and one of the controllers together. So yeah, that's really the thing I miss the most about the PS2. That's my favourite thing. I don't play the game. I have tried the mission once and I didn't like it, and I'm like, no. And I think that's when I decided to get the Action Replay cheat disc for GTA San Andreas. So all I wanted to do is explore the entire map. I'm not even that bothered about whether you get blown up or not. That's just an annoyance because you end up in you know, the start position. So it's a nice loading screen. I quite like this. That's not bad. It looked quite nice on the CRT. Now the Extreme Sports mountain biking game, Downhill Dominators, I think it is, or Domination, by Codemasters on the PS2. That's really fun. I'd like to play that on the projector though. Oh, my projector only has composite video in. It doesn't have S-video in. They removed that. And I'm guessing because they removed that, they also removed the function of, you know, using SCART RGB. I did find the adapter for you know, SCART RGB to VGA on the Optoma projectors. That came with my very first projector, which was 1024 by 768, which wasn't bad. Obviously it was 4:3. Didn't really make any difference to me. I was using it with a PC, so yeah, that's good. The rally games are good. The Formula 1 2004 game is really good too. But it's mostly just for like chilling out after working in the kitchen, well, working anywhere in the house. I think I was doing plastering in this massive room. Boy, did that take a few months, because I used to get vertigo on the ladder, and the coving I had to fix up was tricky and 9.5 foot above the ground, which is a bit iffy if you're wearing you know, reading glasses while you're trying to sort that out, and then you look away and it's like, oh, nah, that's not a good idea. But you know, 95% of this room is done. Can't really do anything about the ceiling. Doubt this house will be for sale while I'm alive. Not going to be moving house. I bought the best house I could for my budget, and the plan was when I'm about 55, 60, something like that, I'll get a part-time job. But it looks like we're going to have to retire on the original amount of money. So it's probably a bad idea to spend about 10 grand in 2 years on like retro hardware. Let's see, I bought a boxed Amiga 1000 for 700 quid. Although that is quite nice. I bought a new old stock Commodore 128D and 1901 monitor, although the boxes are not great. The machines inside, they smell new. The plastic still smells new. So I think I paid $550 for them. I've got a 1084 monitor. That's new old box. I didn't pay that much for that. I had to pay a lot of money for an unboxed but mint condition 1702 monitor. I think I had to pay $250, because the time when that come up for sale, they were going for that sort of price in that sort of condition. So, and the one I got looks like it came out of a skip. But if you just want to play like, you know, Spectrum or VCS or stuff like that, you should just buy any CRT. Yeah, we have played this, because you have to line up with the bike. How do I make the bike go faster or me go slower? I don't know if I'm controlling the speed of the bike, because it doesn't seem to accelerate. Oh, it does, it just takes a while. Now, that's the highest I can go. So when you're lined up, a bit like that Top Gear challenge, or no, come on, it takes a long time to accelerate. The graphics are actually quite nice on this game. It's just very tricky. I won't mind a level skip. See, you have to catch up with him, and come on, the collision detection is a bit iffy there. They should use a separate, you know, horizontally expanded monochrome sprite for the last row of pixels on the bottom of the wheels, and that's what they should do the collision detection on. Right, okay, run out of time. I don't know why I have to wait that long to start. Now I'm wondering who's controlling the bike at the moment. See, that doesn't make sense, because I'm overlapping the handlebars and Yeah, see, that makes no sense at all. So it's pot luck whether we're going to make it. Ah, come on, mate. It takes too long to... Ah, no, they're all there now. Come on. No, I don't like this game. Yeah, that's put me off whatever I was talking about. Like, it's probably a load of crap, so... No, I haven't played Slapshot 2, so I don't know if I tried Slapshot, but I don't think I played Slapshot 2. I think I have played this actually. I remember this menu. Oh no, you have to press the fire button, that's the problem. Yeah, easy. Right, it was on easy when I played it. So it looks exactly the same as the first one, so is it not the first one? Yeah, I was a bit harsh on that game. I think, although the colours are a bit weird for the sprites, they are actually well defined. Certainly up to the quality of Input magazine. Gone through too many roll-ups now. You know, I did waste one doing the, you know, the daily telephone call to like the old parents. But I've got loads of time on the camera, so I guess we're loading slicks. So hopefully we won't have to rewind the tape, because if we have to rewind the tape, we're in trouble. I'm just seeing if there's anything else actually. I don't think I played Strike Trojan. Let's try World Class Ice Hockey. Then maybe that's the one I ain't tried yet. I did put a new one on there. No, I don't like crack throws. Come on. No, I played this because I remember this, because this goes away straight away. So I definitely played that. Nah, good point to cut the video. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So yeah, when I've swapped over the sink, put the cabinets there, wired up the oven unit, and put the hob in as well. I think we're going to have a celebratory day of GTA on the PS2, San Andreas obviously. Now I got the SCART RGB cable, so should look alright on the plasma. Do have an S-Video adapter, cable, sorry, for I think I played this. Well, I definitely tried loading it on the SD to AC. So yeah, I think putting the sink in is going to be the hardest of all the jobs, because I do need someone else to help me with that. I can't think of any company who would fit a kitchen by themselves. You know, like a one-man band. So yeah, anyway, that's that. So new cup of coffee, even though I don't like coffee. Actually, I could have had tea, but no, well, too late now. So I guess it's coffee and a roll-up. Dirt. It's a terrible diet. But at the moment, there's not much else I can do about that. Now, if you ever question my strength of will, let's see, the other day, when I had a cut in the roof of my mouth, so I had to be very careful what I ate. I made sausage rolls, cottage pies, made something else as well, and some cake, or some sort of pastry anyway, and they all went straight in the freezer. And I think I had a very healthy soup, clear soup. But yeah, I must admit, watching back them videos, it was quite interesting because it's like, more clearly, after playing GTA San Andreas, if I fancied a particular ingredient for the dinner I was going to have that night, or a snack, or whatever, a treat, I would have just popped down to Farm Foods, which is like 5 minutes up the road. Yeah, I have played this. I can't remember if the actual game worked. So everything so far seems familiar. The loading screen, that menu. Don't actually like using the C64. I don't think it's an option anymore. If you haven't got room for a real C64 on the desk, with a Tapuino preferably, or SD to IC if you insist, and you know, some sort of portable CRT, I don't think this isn't a replacement for that. This is a slightly more interesting way to play games on a very old, slightly flaky version of Vice. And basically on Vice, it's only the C64 emulation that's been great for, like, you know, half a decade. You know, the Big 20 emulation wasn't perfect back in those days, and the +4 emulation was even worse. I used to use another +4 emulator called Yape, which obviously is the reason why they don't let you play +4 games, because the emulation, try most homebrews and they do actually hiccup on you know, Vice, even 3.2. Like that +4 game, which you know, looks a bit like Lotus 2 on the Amiga. It certainly looks a lot better than Lotus Turbo Challenge on the C64, which we could actually play, but I don't want to. So yeah, I think it got to the menu and then it showed this screen again, because I remember complaining about that profusely. And why are you loading this again? And then it didn't work. I think that's what happened. Adamski, what are you doing, mate? Just keeping an eye on my cat because he's near the stack of boxes where the camera's propped up. So yeah, that's definitely a much nicer time, 2019. One of those videos was done during the heat wave of 2019, which I think was only like a week and a half in total for me, less for you. Once this house gets hot after, like, you know, 3 or 4 days of constant sunshine, it does take a couple of days to get back to normal. I'm not going to explain why, there's no point. So it's joystick port 1, so we're in trouble. We can't actually play this game, so I have to do underscore joystick port 1. Good thing no one's paying me to do these videos, that's all I've got to say. Yeah, I don't know how to play Top of the Copper. We've done Slicks already, so I'd rather not do that. Done Pour le Mérite. Pogo Stick Olympics, I'm not, maybe not a good idea. Don't actually know how to play Hunter's Moon or Jamming. Don't know if I've done Hopper Copper. Circus, I haven't done that. Let's give that a go then. So yeah, I am actually extremely busy at the moment. You wouldn't know it. Just having a bit of a break because I've had I've got the after effects of having the booster jab. Happens all the time. I've become as diabetic as a 30-stone wrestler who lives on bacon and eggs twice a day. A couple of litres of full sugar Coke. Full sugar? It's full sugar, man. It's quite interesting to find out that 20th century gaming does sometimes check out some of my videos, because he kind of knew that my ownership, well, active using of the C64 is around the same period as his, 1983 to sort of 88 sort of games. What can you say about that picture? It's very ominous. The Grim Reaper is telling me to go into this particular circus. I think Mastertronic did better budget games than Firebird. I think Firebird were on a bit of a back foot there. We have to investigate the Codemaster stuff, but not all the tapes are labelled by publisher, so I can't even mess about with Windows to sort them out by publisher, which is how I prefer it. See, I know Mastertronic games and certain other people made budget games, so if I went to check out budget games that day, Bisto, I don't have Bisto anymore, except for Turkey Bisto, which is really hard to find. Oh boy, I've got loads of Vic 20 stuff to go through, but I've been wasting projector bulb hours too much lately, and using a PC on the plasma is not a good idea. You will get screen burn in there. You have to be really careful. I haven't got any LCD TVs at work anymore, so I did check out the TVs in the Black Friday sale at Curry's, and they weren't great, I have to say, and for some reason on picture quality, on the two cheapest ones that I would have bought, I think it was 375 and 399, they say 50 hertz, and I'm like, well, that can't be right, because if you plug in a Blu-ray player, I don't know what happens there, I don't think they're 60 frames per second, but the PC is. So what's going to happen when I connect my PC to a new LCD? If it doesn't work properly, I don't think my PC supports 50 hertz. I think, no, that doesn't make sense. And I didn't think they were that cheap, and the AMD Ryzen, I think it's 5700G Ryzen 5, that's still the same price. I need a better PC so I can start using Unreal Engine 5, because I am thinking of doing Rescue on Fractalus and Forbidden Forest. I don't really care if anyone else is working on them. I already worked out some things I would want on them, but yeah, my PC is not up to the task, so sorry, my PC combined with Windows is not up to the task. So, and I don't know if you can get Unreal Engine for Linux. I won't want to put Linux on a PC. I'll put Linux on my dad's laptop, Linux Mint, and he stopped updating Firefox about a year and a half ago, so he's having a few problems now. Now in the old days I just go to Curry's and you know, buy him a new laptop. He's only got an i3 as it is, they're not that expensive, and just give him that as a Christmas present. Because Windows 10 is about £110. So I'm not paying that. And we can't put Windows back on there because there's no license number anywhere on the actual laptop, or in the box actually, that I could find. And the person in my family who bought it for them gave it to someone else to upgrade it to Windows 10, and they didn't keep a copy of the you know, the license number that was generated in the free upgrade. I don't know what's going to happen to people with Windows 8. Are they going to be allowed to upgrade to Windows 11 for free, or is it just Windows 10 users? Anyway, so I'm not paying that just for Windows, I'm buying a new bloody laptop. Okay, it's like a really rubbish version of Dragon's Den on one of the levels. Okay, how do I jump? Don't know how I did that jump. Right, okay, you mustn't be touching the joystick when you do jump. Maybe left and right and jump. So it's an Interceptor Micro's quality platform game, and that really says it all as far as you know, the gameplay goes. Well, the joystick input for your character, I should say. I don't even know if I want to go on that bit now. So the brick walls kill me. Right, okay, I've seen enough of this game. This is not a hidden gem in any sense of the word. Even if it came in a jewel case, which it didn't, it came in a standard cassette case. Humpty's something or other. That's joystick port 1. I don't know if it's joystick port 1 or 2, so we have to do it this way. There won't be any loading picture at all, I reckon. Well, that's not good. And thank you. Maybe a couple of weeks from now we'll pop down into Farm Foods, but I'll have a think about that. Just walk down there when it's usually quiet. If you go in there about 2:30, people are either at work or getting ready to go and collect their kids from school. Maybe I'll leave it till 2:45, 3. But that's going to be a real quick whiz around. So I guess I'm going to have to take my 200 brake horsepower sports car in. Although that don't really make any difference. And turning out of there to go back home when there's, like, you know, school run traffic, that's a nightmare. So yeah, it's going to be a very quick trip. Okay, hit it. It's going to be a real short trip. Okay, hit it. Will I watch Star Wars before Christmas this year? Nah, I don't know. I've seen Star Wars a few too many times so far. I never managed to get past the first half hour, maybe 35 minutes of Raiders of the Lost Ark, and therefore I can't watch the others, because that's supposed to be my favourite one of the 3. The second one is my least favourite, and that little kid is just too annoying. Oh, and Indiana Jones 4, we won't talk about that. That doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned. They should have just named it to Indiana Pensioner Jones. Anyway. could watch Jingle All the Way. That's quite a Christmassy film, but really I need to finish off what I'm doing in the kitchen, and then I can start work on one of the 2 bedrooms there, although one of them is just really getting all the stuff that's accumulated in there onto shelves in other rooms that's finished, so I guess. And we need to find somewhere to put the Christmas tree, and then I can sort that out. Need to go pound shop once more, stock up on AA batteries for the Christmas lights. Yeah, I think that'll have to be it. There's too much stuff in here that has to go into the last room that I'll be working on to get a Christmas tree down here. Well, I did have this great idea where I would do Christmas unboxings of my new old stock machines. I've got an Amiga 2000, that's new old stock. That I bet he regrets selling it to me for the price he did, because they seem to have skyrocketed now. Just the keyboard alone, which is brand new and in the box, for the 2000, that's worth a fortune now. You probably get 200-250 quid for that. I think I paid somewhere between 550 and 600. But the outside box is nice on that. It's not just that the machine itself is quite new. And he did say he would get me a Workbench 2 pack, upgrade pack to go with it, which he did deliver on that, so I got that somewhere. That is in mint condition too. So yeah, I wouldn't sell that for less than £1,000. I bought an Amiga 4000 040. Needs a compact flash hard drive upgrade because the original hard drive in there is not working. Paid 800 for that, and I found a box, no poly inserts, just the box for like 20 quid. But just selling it like that now, an A4000 040 that boots up, you're looking at 1500 quid. So that's probably why he's not talking to me anymore. It's not my problem, mate. Oh, we bought an Atari Pc, which looks like a Mega ST. I haven't found a monitor that will work on that yet. I need an actual EGA monitor. There's only an 8088, so it's a lot slower than the Amstrad PC. I passed up on the Amstrad 1512. The one he had would have been a CGA machine, because it didn't have the hard drive in there. So what else did we buy? Well, I bought 3 CD TVs. One was boxed, one was the CD TV multimedia pack that was boxed. Luckily we found out that didn't work when I tested it before handing over the cash, so got 150 quid off that. And the only reason I haven't done anything with that is because the warranty seal is still intact on that, and it's a mechanical problem. Numpty Dumpty. The East joystick put one. What a great guess. What the hell? Well, I'm pressing the fire button and nothing's working. Can't see any sprites that look remotely like Humpty Dumpty. There's no movement going on when I press the keys for, function keys are not doing it. Oh man. Maybe that's me in the top corner, but maybe it's joystick pull too. Maybe pressing the space just happens to start the game. Okay, well. we got that eventuality covered. So yeah, I spent shitloads of stuff. I've got 2 colour genies, 3 TRS-80s, a Thompson M07, which is a fascinating machine. If you ever wondered where the Amiga 600 styling was inspired from, it would be that machine. So I got one of those with loads of stuff. Bought a Dragon 32, bought a Tatum Einstein, and then I found someone selling just a box and the polys. I had everything else, all the manuals and everything were mint condition, so can't remember how much I paid for that. Got a Sharp MZ blah blah blah, which works fine. However, only come like with the the bundled cassette that used to come with that, and that's not loading, so I don't know if, well, at worst you'd need like to replace the tape head on the unit. At best I would say just like a tape head cleaner and a different tape to try, either or, possibly both. I bought the VHS video I had when I was like, as a kid, one of the very first ones, because I loved them. Needs repair, but still. I bought a spare version of my own SVHS video because I had some silly idea about actually doing VHS magazines. The amount of effort that would go into that, and to then, dump them back from a VHS or even an SVHS video back onto like some sort of capture card. I don't have anything like that for a start. So yeah, that died a death, but yeah, I already mentioned it. I haven't, the only thing, I bought a CD32, bought one of them, already had 2 Amiga 1200s, Amiga 500s were cheap anyway. Yeah, I think that's it really for the Amiga. I don't have an Amiga 3000. I don't have either a boxed or unboxed version of them, because for what you have to pay to get one, the fact that they are literally no better than an Amiga 500 with like, a 68030 accelerator in the CPU socket, or side expansion. They might be a little bit faster, but it's still the same Amiga 500 plus graphics and sound, so it doesn't really matter. I think Frontier Elite 2 would work the same on both. You wouldn't really notice a difference. And most Amiga games don't benefit from an 030 anyway. Plus I got an Amiga 4000 040, so yeah, that, if I did have one of those, that would be a complete collection actually. Both my Amiga 1200s are Commodore ones. I don't have an Amiga Technologies one with, Kickstart 3.1, blah blah blah, yada yada yada, etc. What else did I buy? I didn't buy any Amstrads. Oh yeah, at one time he was selling a whole load of retro machines in a bundle. I bought a ZX80, I bought a Sinclair QL, these are individual purchases. I've got a spare plus 4, I haven't got a Commodore 16 at all. Right, in the bundle there was a plus 4, C64, VIC-20, Spectrum 128 possibly. I think that's why I bought the package in the first place, a 48K Spectrum. And I think the Spectrum Plus. I bought a Spectrum Plus 3. I already got 2 Spectrum Plus 2s. They're all boxed. So yeah, had I known that I'll never be going out to work again, because they're not going to find a cure for COVID. and I'm not really. My parents don't get younger as the years go on, mate. So I can't be going out willy nilly. I'm going to have a lot of cats for at least a decade. So I cannot be hospitalised. I doubt it would kill me. But I'm the sort of person who don't go on planes because I don't want to be in the 0.01% who are on the plane when, the engines experience a problem. Because there's not much you can do to defy gravity without a parachute, and even then you probably get killed anyway, so, that kind of plane crash. If you landed in the water and you survived, you'd probably get eaten by a shark. Anyway, you get the idea. So nothing's really going to change there. So I can't go to work. Also, I can't get a girlfriend, but I'm not really that fussed about that. I'm not a billionaire, and I'm not like a prime minister, so I'm not going to get a wife, 2 decades younger than me. Right, any key seems to stop again. What happened there then? I thought I was a thing in the corner. What am I doing then, like this? I don't understand this game. So now the joystick does work. So it is joystick port 2. How am I rotating the screen? Hang on. No. Oh, I am rotating the screen. Right, it's like one of those 70s kids' toys with the little ball bearings in there. But it would help if I knew what I had to do now as well. Right, so I was right, at what thing is meant to be Humpty Dumpty. Oh, hang on, I pressed it twice, mate. Let's try that again. It's a bit annoying, you have to press a key on the keyboard to start the game. So I need to avoid the bombs quite quickly. Do we need to get Humpty into that thing? I think I went the wrong way. I don't like this game. I'm going to have to go over Hopper Copper. I think one of these is Docks. I don't know which is which actually. Let's try Mr. Weiner. If there's a loading screen, I'll know if I've played that. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem really. But then again, I'm trying to think how much. Well, my classic car needs a bit of work. I'd never sell it as it is, and it's not particularly expensive work. It's just I need a big workshop area to work on it. And the paint job doesn't have to be great on the front wings. The front wings weren't rusty, though I ain't looked at that car for like probably 3 years actually. I don't really go in the garage. I'm sure that'd be worth twice what I paid for it about 4 years ago. My original car that I had when I moved up here, I bought that, I think it was 2003. And it was only about 5 years old when I got it. Yeah, next year every single insurer would have to offer me classic car insurance on that. My daily driver is actually over 2 decades old. They were only released a year after, the car I was talking about just before. So technically, but I think you need proper insurance before you can have just classic car insurance. There's something weird with classic car insurance. If you have an accident, I think it's always third party, which I'm not happy about. I had a bad experience with third party insurance. Some idiot in a stolen car came and drove right in the back of my car that I'd only bought like 5-6 months ago, which was in mint condition. And even if the police had caught him, which they didn't, he ran off into like, you know, a block of flats or something. And the car was stolen, so they didn't know who was driving. But even if they had found him, it don't make any difference. Because the stolen car is not really insured while the driver is driving it, obviously. So yeah, plus obviously all the stuff I've bought over the years. I think I've got 2 Hales ROM scanners. I've said that before. Got 2 turbo expansions for the ColecoVision boxed. Yeah, I've got 2 boxed ColecoVisions and 1 loose. Trying to think what other consoles I've got multiple copies of. I've got loads of N64s, but only one of those is boxed, and that's the one I had myself. Which I either bought in 96 or 97. I definitely remember buying it around the time Zelda, the first one, come out for the Nintendo 64. I got loads of yellowed loose SNES machines. I never felt like paying 150 quid for like, you know, a mashed up box of a SNES. They were always more than I was prepared to pay, and they're always going up in price. So don't have much nostalgia for the SNES. Games were really expensive, and there wasn't that much creativity going on, and when there was, it wasn't great anyway. However, I do have about 4 or 5 N64s. I think I have 2 boxed GameCubes. One is the original one that I bought, and I only bought that because they had the Zelda disc in there. I wanted to play, you know, the N64 Zelda game again on the GameCube for some reason, even though I still had my N64. Because no, I wanted to buy my Nintendo 64 in 1998 when I was selling up my stuff. I only got 1 PS3. Only got 1 Xbox 360 boxed Xbox. The other one's a much newer Xbox 360 with a HDMI ports. I think I may have played this. Probe Presents. Yes, we have played this. Oh, bloody hell. Your pal's a weak old man. I've definitely done that. And Ninja Scooter. Yeah, Smurfing we've done. Don't want to play City Fighter, Circus. What happened with Circus? It must be joystick port. I haven't played Body Slam. I haven't played Big Ben. Is that Beer Belly Bert's Brew Business, which is a Donkey Kong knockoff. I haven't played Bear Bother. Right, there's quite a few in this column we ain't played, so All Terrain Gardener. Let's do that first. Couldn't find a tape copy of that. All the heating's come on. Now, where's my cat? There's a sleeping cat in here somewhere. If If you ever doubted that the C64 was an analog synthesizer, or sorry, the SID chip in the C64, there's your proof right there. You cannot make that sound on anything other than an analog synthesizer based bit of technology with oscillators and stuff like that, waveform generators, attack, decay, sustain, release, trimmers. Okay, one of those ones. No. Interesting. The graphics on the flower are better than everything else, but I'm not controlling that. Let's have a look. What the hell we got to do then? We've got to do something with a pail of water. No, he won't jump off there. Okay. So he can drop an unlimited amount. So why won't he go down then? I'm sure that's a mistake. Oh no. So flashing is bad. Flashing mushrooms is not good for your health. You can't get up there. He won't jump up from the rope. So I guess you can use a rope to do that. Do I have to do something with the like the flowers? Ah no, so maybe you do have to jump over that one. Well, the water doesn't seem to be affecting me there. I don't know, do you have to just keep going down? Oh, there was a maggot there. And of course, when I do get to a flower... Okay, let's try this. No, I didn't want to do that. The flowers are quite agitated for just decoration, so... Now what you've got to do then? It's beefy. So we obviously have to open the plug hole, I guess. Don't ask me how. Maybe we've got to eat loads of junk food and you know, pastries and stuff and get really fat and yeah, problem is he won't let you jump from here. Oh dear. Actually. Alright, have we got to water these flowers? Are they actually sinking now? Well, they're getting loads of water. No, that's not doing anything. No. It's a bit annoying that you can't go down the ropes because you have to know where you can drop. Not really doing anything. But it's doing something when you press down. Oh, that's a beefy. So we obviously have to do something, but what? Okay, well, it's an interesting game. I'm going to have to check out how you play that. Put that on the list, innit? Let's try Bear Bother. See if we agree with Chris Tarrant's review. Oh, I haven't watched that for ages. World's Greatest Computer Games. I actually found that on some weird website. Yeah, I stuck it up on YouTube, actually. There's not much gameplay going on at the moment. Yeah, well, if you've got epilepsy, photosensitive epilepsy, this would not be a good loading routine for them. This is actually strobing. It's doing my eyes in. Oh, I need another drink anyway. Oh, nice joystick port 1, is it? Alright, F7 stop. It's basically exactly the same as Burger Time. Except you've got to go over the batteries to fill up your electric car. They knew electric cars would be range limited. I think it's called range anxiety. Damn it. Now I've loaded a tape image. You'll have to trust me on that one, bro. I couldn't get up that ladder for some reason.